This is John Porai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and today I want to feature this tweet by Lisa Gondini, if I'm saying that correctly, sorry if I'm not, and she's on Twitter, really, going full force with the Johnny news and defending Johnny, and she's doing a great job. And it says, I still have scars on the bottom of my feet and arms, so here's a picture of just my arm. Well, at least she got part of it right. I mean, here's the theme of the video and the main question that you got to ask yourself. We'll get into some specifics in a minute about the injuries, but if you were like really suffering and you had these scars on your feet and your arms or maybe someplace else, and you said, hey, let me take a picture, wouldn't you take a picture of all of it? I mean, if you didn't take a picture of all of it, could that be maybe it didn't happen? Every place you said it happened? What are the two explanations? Explanation one, you forgot to take the picture. But it's a really important thing, and you're really in pain, and you can't get it off your mind, so that's not very reasonable. Option two, it didn't happen exactly the way you said it did, which is a lot more reasonable, because if it did happen that way, you would at least have the picture, and let me add the picture with your face in it, not just the picture of the one section of your body that could be anybody's body, actually. Anyway, let's see what else we got here, from our tweet. This is from a court document. I'm not sure exactly which one, but I'm going to safely assume one of the Fairfax ones that everyone's using on Twitter there. At some point I got out, I had cut myself all over, and I still have scars on the bottom of my feet and my arms from slipping on the glass. I took a picture of my arm, which I exhibit at AH1, page 13. Well, that's pretty unlucky, because you should have both, not just the picture of your arm. I, for one, I'm going to be strict. I'm not going to let you go on this one. Next one down. I made it upstairs. At some point, I was in the bathroom, thrown up repeatedly. I was retching. It was uncontrollable. I took sleeping pills that Dr. Kipler had provided to put myself to sleep. I locked myself in my bedroom and managed to somehow sleep. It could have been for a long time. I slept very late. Could have been a long time, could have been a short time. Everything's really foggy and vague, and who knows, could have been my arm, my foot, my shoulder, my ear, just throw together a court document. It doesn't matter. People will believe me. I think that's what the main sentiment was here. And I clipped out a few other tweets just to see what some people are saying, like I usually enjoy doing. So Sam says, and thank you, Sam, for having a very easy to read name, slapped, shoved, smacked, strangled, and dragged naked through shards of broken glass. Here's a pic taken much later of 3 little, superficial, evenly spaced out, downward angle scratches on my non-dominant arm, and I scribbled mirror. I conveniently left my reflection out of it. Excuse me. And a scribbled mirror. I conveniently left my reflection out of it. And the right side of the Roaring Rapids, which I think it is, because it got cut off, but I'm pretty sure, says, Miss Heard submitted this photo of the cuts, the only cuts on her arm, taken by her legal counsel years after alleged March 2015 incident. These cuts appear superficial and are not consistent with cuts from glass shards. It's possible these are self-inflicted. Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to self-inflict on yourself, but you kind of don't want to do it, but you have enough, in you to do it, it ends up being kind of like half-ass. It's hard for somebody who doesn't want to do it to really do it right and really, mess yourself up. So if it was self-inflicted, obviously, then it might come out kind of nice and neat. So again, a very reasonable thing to think. So I figured I'd get into these details just about the injuries, because these are the things that aren't speculation. These have to have facts behind them. These really need photo evidence. And as I always say, if you are too scared to come out for abuse, I get that. Even a lot of people on Johnny's side say it's hard to come out, this and that. but it can't hurt to get the evidence first, even if you're too scared to come out, so you always have the evidence for safekeeping. Were you too scared to get the photographic evidence? That doesn't quite make sense. But I guess in Amber Heard's little adventures of not telling the truth, not everything does make sense. You guys, let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you click that subscribe button, you'll get more videos, pop culture, whatever comes up I find interesting. If you don't subscribe, well, I guess I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.